Hello everyone. Am I audible? Yes, can I get reply to chat box? Yes, hello everyone. Okay, please. Today the day two. Let's discuss what we're going to discuss today. Today we are going to talk about the pandas. So yesterday we have discussion on the numpys. So what is numpy? Numpy is numeric array, whereas pandas are created specifically for working with the data science, which is created on the layer of the data science, right? Can I get a reply to chat box? Am I audible and visible? Sound is not good, sir. Okay. 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 So I'm audible. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. So let me start discussion on this. So let me share my screen, and today I am going to start with pandas. My screen is visible. This is day two. So first discussion today is on pandas. Okay. So today directly we are going for the coding part. Yes, today's more discussion is based on our coding part, and we are going to use the Google Colab for the execution purpose, for practice purpose. So what is pandas? Pandas are created on the layer of numpys. Okay, so how we can use pandas with our system? You need to first install the pandas on your machine. Without installation of pandas you cannot work. So first you need to install the numpy, then you have to install the pandas, then you can use the pandas very well on your system. So what is the pandas actually used? Pandas are specifically used for working on the data frame. Now what is data frame? What do you call is a table? What you call is table is we call here in Python or data science as a data frame. Okay, so let me discuss how you can use. You need to just write a import pandas as pd. Of course, before that you have to write import numpy as np. So you have to import first numpy and then pandas, or then only it can work. Okay, got it everyone? Okay, let me move ahead. So this will create a simple data frame. I'm going to create simple data frame where I'm writing a, what is a data frame? It's just like a table we are creating. So I'm creating a simple data frame as a df. This df I have created as a data frame as an object of df is equals to pd. Df is my variable. I'm creating it here. Okay. Very complex type of data structures I am going to use. We have used different data structure yesterday. Now today I'm starting with another type of data structure, or you can say it's a very complex data structure or a composite which is created on the basic data structure. So data frame is equals to pd. Pd is a variable of the pandas object class we have created. This is the library we are using it. We are created on that. So pd dot data frame, I am writing a name of the column as a name, Bob Jane team. These are three values in that column. In the next column, I have age. And there are 20, 30, 40 are the age of Bob, Jane team respectively. And their pet are cat, dog, and bird. You can see as soon as I execute it, of course, you have to write a df, then it will display. This will create. This line will create a data frame. Once again, I'm repeating. Df is a data frame object I am creating. I'm using word data frame object just because everything in Python is treated as the object. Okay. Okay. This will give an error because PD is not execute. So I have to execute first this one. This will import Numpy and this will import Pandas. As soon as you can see the green line, I can see these two libraries are imported for our execution purpose. Now I will execute this line. This line is going to create a data frame, and this df, as soon as I write, it will display the data frame. So df is equals to pd dot data frame. Data frame is a function of a pandas. You can see pandas dot pd as pd. I'm writing pd dot data frame object dot function name. This is how we usually write, right? So I'm providing each column values. So these name, age, and pit are the column values, and these are the values in each column, and I'm storing it. So you can see in the record index 0, indexing starts with 0 as actually I mentioned yesterday itself. So I'm starting indexing at 0. The name is Bob, age, and pet. So Bob 20, Bob age 20, and having a cat as a pet. Okay, this is. So these options are coming in today's time because of the AI integration with the Google Colab. You can see indexes are starting from 0 1 2. So index is one of the most important concept in pandas because everything we handle with respect to index. What is index? It's a position. 1 2 3, it's a position. So each data frame has only a single index which is always available as a df dot index. If you do not supply one, as we do not, for this data frame, no one is made automatically. These are automatically are created. So indexes define how to access rows for data frame. If you want to access a certain data frame, or you can certain record or a tuple, okay, so or a row, we can access with the help of row. You can check it out now. Now print df dot column. It will print the column name, index, name, age, page. You can see name, age, page is here. So index, name, age, page, the type object. Now I am writing print df dot index. I am writing df dot index. As soon as I write data frame dot index, I get index, range index 0 to 3. I can see 0 to 3 is there. Okay, but total 0 is 3 and stop is at 3. It is not considered. Step is by 1. It is 0, then 1, then 2, and then so on. Okay, if you want, I can modify. Now I can modify this and I can re-execute for you guys. So instead of this after team, I am writing my name. I should write in a single quote, and then I write the age, say 7, and I have to write the page name. Okay, so I will write no page. I don't have page. I'm writing no page. Okay, I will execute. You can see I can 0 1 2 3. Now initially the output of this is start 0, stop 3, step 1. Let's check it out. What is the output change? Name, age, page. Okay, indexes remain same, but range index, it starts with 0, stop at 4. You can check the values are actually updated, right? Then step by 1, it's a remain same, right? Correct? Any doubt so far? Any questions? If you have questions at any time, don't forget, you can easily post in the chat box. Okay, okay, let's move ahead. Okay, now we have this print df name. I'm printing a name. Name is name of my column. As soon as I write here, I can see that yes, df name. I can write a square bracket in a single quote, or I can write df dot name. Both give the same output. Both give the same output, right? So this is, so select multiple columns. So those are giving the same output, does not affect. Either you write in the single quote or either df dot frame you can write. Both ways are perfect. Now let's see, if I write two columns, like I can write two columns. Sometimes we require multiple columns. Name comma paid. I can see name comma paid. I can see get two columns. I just have to write what whichever columns I want. I can write those column here. Okay, select row by index. We can select by index also. For example, if I write df dot ilock, yes, this is another function of a data frame. iloc in a write a zero. Okay, as soon as I write zero, I get a zeroth row. Okay, this is name Bob, age 20, pet cat. I will write instead of zero, I will write one. I will get a first row, Jane 2030 dog. Now I will go for 3. So if you certain times, certain indexes, based on indexes, we can fetch out the row also. So we can always access any row in data frame using ilock function with the help of ilock for some of I. This can be any index number. Okay. So I location. Now, yes, we can have pandas provide a sort function also. Let's see how we can sort the data of by suppose we want to sort the data by pet. How we can do that? Okay, I can sort it by the index or I can sort it by value also. Let's check it out. df dot sort value. So this is sort underscore values is my function. Sort value underscore is my function. As soon as I hover my arrow here, you can see it loads the uh, function definition sort underscore values by index. This function is available in that library. I can directly use that function. So paid based on what? Paid in place true. Okay, so what is a parameter? In place. And ascending order we want. If you write false, that will give you descending order. Okay, I created the sorted one. Now I am going to print that. What I'm getting is it is print sorted based on the pet. I can see bird, cat, dog, no pet. Okay, now it is a bird, cat, dog. I'm just scrolling up. It was a cat, dog, bird. It is arranged. You can observe it very easily. We are able to sort on certain column, right? Okay, now that is based on the column name. I can sort very simply df.loc 0. I just this is printing of object, but index is same. So uh, now it will remain same. So now relative position index. Now if you want to relative index position, I can get into relative positions. Now 2. When I write ilog relative position based on the indexing 0, 1, 2. Right? So I am getting a team here. Now first index is always row and second is always column. Here you can see how this is the first is always row by column. Okay, is always column when dealing with the data frames. What I am performing is, so this is the df dot ilog and I am writing it from this based on the page I am taking because the arranged it is already based on that. So I lock first rows and then column. So that's why because of that I am able to see this 2 second 0 and 1. My index is remain same. My index is not going to change it because I have created already the data frame. That time whatever the index is assigned. I am sorting it and I'm printing from that sorted list. If you want to select last record, I can write -1, comma. Of course, this will change because last will be different one because this is the last one. The -1, comma, then row and column. -1, we are starting from the base of it. Okay. So basic pandas exercise. This is one exercise you can actually perform. So yes, guys, start. Yes, you got next 5 minutes, everyone. Start doing this. This is a hands-on session. I want everyone to try this example. You know how to create it. I'm just scrolling once again for you guys. You just have to write these two imports, and then you have to write df is equals to pd dot data frame, and you can actually create. So for this you can try. Yes, everyone can try. Try everyone. Once done, you can write yes done in the chat box. Simple. I'm just provide this one to your chat box. Yes, I posted the chat box. You can try. So now this is you have to try everyone. Try this. Okay. Someone says, please, sir, please repeat the concept. See, till everyone start doing it, I will explain that aside. This is the I required to have one library, that is Numpy to be there and Pandas to be there, and then I should write df, that is the object I have created for this library pd. So from pd df is equals to my df is my variable which I'm creating for data frame. With the help of pd dot data frame, I'm creating a data frame with the name as df. Okay, and in the data frame my structure is like name age paid, like a name age paid. Okay, I'm creating those columns. Okay, these are the columns I'm writing. This is a column name, and these are my values in that column. Very simple. And the rest will be I can print each by column or anything. Okay, start doing it. Can I get yes done? Yes done. Anyone? Post in the chat box. Sir, what are the necessary import commands? You require to have a commands like numpys and pandas. Other than these two are not required. But yes, in next few seconds, after the second uh, my collab file, you will be required some other packages also. Okay, anyone done? Yes, I'm waiting, guys. You can try. Any other question, guys? You can post in the chat box. Yes, guys. Any questions? Attendance is available in the link. You can check in the chat box. It's available. Just click and open it. Okay. Yeah, I can understand. You are new to this, but it's very simple. You can actually write data, print it with the what is ilog function. Ilog function is helping us to the location wise data. I just Harish, you can open the Google Colab and uh, write what data I have provided, a sample data frame in the chat box you can use, and within the this bracket you can paste, it will work definitely. Because of course you have to paste it inside, like you require to have these two lines and these two lines. Here only this much portion you require to have. Yes, pandas is just like a SQL, but here we are creating on the fly. Here, Mr. Biru, you are absolutely correct on that side. It's just like a SQL, but here we are not storing in the database, but we are creating virtually in memory, right? That data frame is created in a memory, and we are interacting with it. It's very difficult to work with a database because we want on data science, we want everything to be stored on memory. So we are executing with respect to that. So if you have a table in an SQL, we fetch the data from the SQL and we stored in a data frame. We can take a data into pandas from SQL or maybe some cloud or Google Sheets, and maybe from the even GitHub, everything we can take it. And one of the example I'm going to show you to that very soon. Wait for it. So I hope I'm completed, sir. Yes, that's perfect, Mr. Archana. Thank you so much, Archana. So now let me start with the second collab file. This is the first one. Now second one. Now we can again you can see I have imported two libraries very simply. You can see this tutorial is very going to be very long and very important one. I just have to click this button, write this command, import numpy as np. um, Very good, Komal Bhagat. Import pandas as pd. Now I'm simply with the help from I can create a data frame from the series also. Okay, S is equals to pd dot series is it? Yes, they are serious because the series I am learning 1 comma 3 comma 5 np dot nan, that is not a number. Okay, 6 comma 8. As soon as pd dot series I can see this series is created. No, index are created. You can see 0 1 2 3 4 5 indexes are created here also. So as soon as I execute, let's see. Yes, you can see indexes are created, and you can see numbers are placed here. If not a number, then I am writing this something in between coming. Data type is float 64. By default, it's provided what kind of data type it is. Okay. Now that we created from the series, we can create it from the by numpy also, right? So this is the pd dates I am creating, right? So dates is equals to, dates is my another variable. Np dot nan is not a number. Okay, this is a numpy. Np is a numpy object. You can see np is written here. This np is written here. I am writing a np. Okay, and this nan is a value. We can store a constant value. You can see it's a floating value usually. Let it be load. You can check nan is a float. It's data types, and that's why as it is a float, that's why you can see that d type is equals to float 64 is coming. Okay, Biru. Let's coming back to here. I can create it from the numpy. Dates is equals to pd dot date underscore range. That's why you need to work on the numpy from the yesterday session. So because Panda uses the numpy. Okay. So Panda library is created on the base of numpy. So pd dot date underscore range is my function when I'm providing 2025 and with a period of 6. So I'm creating a 6 of that. Okay, let's execute it. You can see this date is created 1 1 25. This is 1 2 25, and this 1 3 25, and 1 4. So you can see it's a period of 6 that is created, right? So 6 periods are created for this date, or all 6 dates are taken as we are adding a date underscore range. So the date time index is created. Now I can create a whole random data set for this. So pd dot date frame, okay, sorry, data frame, okay, storing in the df np dot random, and random from the 6 comma 4. Okay, and comma index is equals to dates. I am taking the dates whatever are created here. This variable is actually used here. You can check that. Column list is equals to ABCD. These are the list of column. This is a list. I am writing when I'm running a list. So ABCD is provided. All are provided all together. So these random numbers are provided for here. Okay, 6 by 4. This is a 6 by 4. Some random numbers are created. So 6 rows, because we know that there are 6 dates are there. 6 rows and 4 columns. On this 4 column, this is A, B, C, D. Okay. So let's move ahead. Now I am creating a data frame 2 is equals to df2 is equals to pd dot data frame. I am creating another data frame. Okay, creating a data frame and passing a dictionary also. Now this was created with the help of Numpy. Then I have we can create from the dictionary itself. Numpy list we am using. Okay, or range you can say. Now I am creating dictionary from the dictionary. So A colon 1.0 B colon PD timestamp of this, okay, and then P dot series in 1 comma index list range. I will directly jump to the execution the fourth column, sixth column, fifth column, sixth column, right? You can check it out how it executes. A is a 1.0, okay, whole column is provided 1.0 1.0. Our second column timestamp is required. As these in the first column there are 4 values are there, so second column automatically takes 4 values of dates. Okay, and then period dot series 1 is provided for all the range 1.0 1.0. D, I am taking nd array 3 into 4, right? It is changed. And here randomly trace train is provided categorical values. You can see in the E column these values are coming. Okay, and so this is a key and value. Left hand side a key and the right hand side values are there, and we want a last column should be with the foo. So I'm able to create a foo. So the column of resulting data frame have a different. So you can say df dot d types. As soon as I write, I can get data types of all these column A to F. A is the float 64, B is the date and times, is a float 32, in 32 categorical data types, and then F is object type. Okay, so if you are using an interactive tool with the automatic completion though, so these are the bonus. You can use a df dot tab, you can get the list of it. So just I'm skipping this part. We can view the data with the help of first 5 records can be seen with the help of head 5 df dot head. It will print first 5 records. There were 6 records. If I write df dot head, it will print the first 5 records. If I write head df dot tail, it will print the first 5 last 5 records. But if I write a df dot tail, and in that bracket if I write a 3, it will show the 3 records. You can see the 3 records are shown here. Now if I don't write, what will happen? It will show last 5 records. Okay, it will show last 5 records. So if I write again 2, it will print 2 records. So this is based on the parameter which we are providing, right? df dot index, it will print the what are the index in the each column. The indexes are provided. Now df dot to numpy, we can convert, okay, into the numpy type of. So convert data frame to the numpy. We have converted numpy to data frame, but we can convert with the help of this function of data frame to numpy. This is how it is created. Now data frame to numpy for another column we can not only one, we can create do it for all of them. This is how we create it. This is created. Hmm. No, this is a describe. Describe is the very important function. Underscore Yes, it's a function so which is given by default, so we have to use that. So df dot describe, if I write this function, it will describe me based on whole data frame. Very interesting function. This is very important. Okay, count, it will provide how many are there, six are there, it will provide all other six are there. Mean, it is provided mean of all those values in that particular column. Standard deviation in that column, minimum values of that. 25% quartile is a 50% quartile. Okay, this is 70% quartile. There's a max value in that. If you go on check this, you can actually check it out. Minimum value, maximum value, everything is provided. So describe is a function which can help us, we can work with the count, and we can calculate all these value, minimum value, maximum value, and all the quartiles. Quartile. So this minimum value is known as a Q1 value, Q2 value, Q3 value, Q4 value, and this is Q5 value. Okay, sir, where I can find all these codes? I will be, Mr. Harish, I will be sharing all this code with my IT team. It will be available on the website. Okay, it will be available on where you actually have given attendance there itself. Now, this is a transposing. We can perform transposing of your data. Yes, very interesting function. This df dot capital T, if you write, you can easily transpose your whole table, and this is how it is done. Now, what is the syntax? Syntax of what? Can you write it for it? What is the syntax for it? You can see very simple. You can write for df dot describe. That is a syntax for describing whole data frame, right? That is a df dot. Okay, import or install pandas. See, as we are using the Google Colab, simply you can write the import pandas as PD. Okay, and when it comes to the your on system, you have to pip install pandas. It will install the pandas on your machine. I'm coming back to our own discussion, continuing that. So we can transpose. Now with the help of we can access, we can sort our data. df dot sort underscore index, it will sort based on axis 1, and ascending order we are writing false, so it will be descending order. So this will, it will be done. I will execute it. Yes, you can see that. Now selecting a column which is series equivalent to df. Now we can write df a, because we know the a column, so we can get the values of a first column. So the first column we can easily get. So this df 03, it will give a record from 0 to 3, means it will be stop at 3. As soon as I write 2, let's check it out what we get. We get 2 records. Okay, 0 and 1. 0 is the starting point, 2 is the stop point. Okay, because the date has been changed, I can write say just 25. So all the records are between these two are printed. This is the for range, starting and ending of it. This is how we can print range. We can select based on label, like that's why location LOC, and that was ILOC. There's the index location, right? The dates. So first date on that, what is the whole record is will displayed. Selecting a multi-axis by label. So that location. Yes, 3 means n minus 1 index. Correct. Absolutely correct. Soft tech. Okay. Perfect. So very importantly, when it comes to the, why we are doing this first column printing, second column printing, this is very important when you're working with the data science, and we require to have a slicing, and slicing is very important, and that's why we are doing it, because we are not going to consider all the columns from the data set. We have to consider only few of the columns which are required for that particular problem. So what we do, we select certain columns only, column 1, column 2, column 3, whichever column we want. Suppose we want two columns, we write df.loc colon comma, because we want all the rows, comma, then for with us in the column section I am writing the A and B. So I get the column A and B, and this will display. Oh, though that is, and suppose if you want a data date wise, so you can get a two dates and the column also. So this is helping us to filter out the number of rows, number of columns very easily. So we can write scalar values also, df.loc dates row and A, right? So we can have the specific values also there. So this is how it works. Okay, I'm coming to the very important point. Okay, so this is with respect to pandas working with the searching and sorting. Now I'm coming to the join. We can join two different tables also. Left and right table we have. I have two table. The first table, this is second table. And if you want to join these two table, P left I'm creating a one data frame, and location is helping us for slicing. Yes, correct. So now you can, we now come to join. If you have a two different data frames with you, left is another one data frame, right is another data frame. Period data frame we have key and L value. This column values and another values here in second column. Similarly, another data frame, that is the right one. I'm printing both of them, and then I'm merging it. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3. I am able to see I have applied this merge function. So pd dot merge left comma right. So on key, which based on the first column. Based on the first column, we are combining. So you see, yeah, two records. So this is very important. Sometimes we are getting a data set from one location. Sometimes we are getting a data set from two or locations. Sometimes we're getting data from data set from three locations. Specifically, in case of a banking, we have multiple branches are there around the globe. Or, for example, if you're considering the SBI Bank or a Bank of Baroda or any Union Bank or any bank in our country, they have multiple branches in one city and multiple branches in pan India, multiple cities itself. And if you want data of all customer in a single table itself, you have to merge. So this is a very important function, because it helps to uh, combine the two different or two or more tables together, or you can say data frame together. Any doubts? Okay, can I get yes or no? I can see lot of emojis are coming up. Okay, perfect. Allied paste. So now grouping, you can split, apply, combining also. This is A, this is B, this is C and D. I'm writing some random numbers in the C and D column. Foo one, bar one, foo two. So simply the column A and B values are provided. For C and D, I'm writing the random values. Again, I'm using Numpy function of random. I wanted 8 values. I'm taking 0 to 7. That's why 8 is provided. Now coming to the next point, df that group by. So similar in the database, we have a group by, same kind of group by is available with us in case of data frame. So df dot group by based on A, that's why A is written bar and foo, C and D we are considering two columns and summation is performed on that. So you can check group by multiple columns forms a hierarchical index, and again we can apply some function. You can check. So automatically for bar and foo, they have done a grouping of it. Even if I'm not providing, it does automatically. That's the beauty of it. Reshaping. Sometimes you want to change the shape of it, right? So we can do with the help of the function. Okay. So this is tuple is equals to list. Excuse me. Zip bar and I can see this zip two are three two call provided its index is equals to period or multiple indexes there, right? This is another function that is a multi-index, and this is the very important and essential function. It's a multi-hierarchical index for pandas object. What is a group by? Sometimes we want to group those values. Summation needs to be performed. Like similarly, you want to group them. I'm coming back to this once again. See, a group is based on values in A bar. All the values of bar you can check here. This is bar 1. This is a bar 1. I want addition of all those values. Bar in C column, bar in second bar. This is another bar. This is another bar. Four values are there. Those are added and placed here for C column. For D column's value will be added. For bar, it will be here based on the A column. Again for foo, I am doing it. Okay, for A, B, we are to perform it, right? This is for bar and 1, 3, 2. Okay, I have not considered the B column, but in this case, I am considering the B column also. Okay, so yeah, the reshaping, same we can use the reshaping like in Numpy. We can perform a stack also. I'm coming to the stack, so I can create a stack with the help of pandas. Similarly, do we call as okay? Thank you. As I can see the done is there. Now with the help of stack also I can create list. I'm providing a list in that zip. From the zip and then I have a indexes, and then I have a data frame randomly created, and then I'm applying out there, right? You can see the first and second bar and all. I can create it very easily. So stack can be created, and there is a stack function, or we do it this way, or if you have a data frame available with you, simply stack is equals to df dot stack. It automatically does, because this is something we require. We do it in Excel many times. Lot of data scientists, data analysis people, or maybe some in a institutions, organizations, a financial organization, this is something we require to do it many times. It does automatically. We don't have to write any formula or anything. Just write a function called stack, and it's stack for you, right? Or we can have stack unstack. So stack is data from series having a multi-index as the index. Inverse operation of stack is a unstack, which by default unstack the last level. You can last level is created. You can see here second 1 2. Here first second was there 1 2. 1 2 is actually separated out 1 and 2. So their submission is separated from that. That is an unstack. Pivot table is very important when it comes to the Excel and all. So we usually do that pivot table. The pivot table type things are created. Okay, so this data frame is created. On the data frame, I'm creating a pd.pivot table. Simple function. I provide some parameters here. Data frame values I want based on D. So you can see index A and B will be required, and column C is there based on that. So you can see this kind of pivot table is created. Now very important when it comes to the time series, because why time series is important? Because time series is the data based on a time, also known as a temporal data, also known as the temporal data. Okay, what is this temporal data? With respect to time, when we have a data, we call it a time series data or a temporal data. Example, if I like to give is example, stock market. Every instance of time, every second or millisecond, that there is a change in the data, and to analyze those data, we use again a panda. In the panda also we use a time series operations in that. So range is equals to period date range. I have provided some date of 2012. Period of 100 is there. Frequency S is there. I am creating this data uh, using some function. But yes, in real time scenario, you will have a data frame which consists of a time series data, and we have to process that, right? So this will create a data set. You can see data is created. Localize the time series to the time zone. You can see. So based on UTC, I can see the dates, and this is how time stamp, time with the stamp. So that is what we are writing is UTC. So converting time span representation we can perform very easily. So period date range I am providing again date period of 5. So I record only 5 dates are created, and frequency of M. So medium frequency, and I'm again using the numpys. This is the range is created on PD. So PD dot series NP dot random, again randomness is created and index is created. TS dot to period. So it is getting to that period of that. So first column and second columns are created based on that. Then PS is displayed. This is PS timestamp. Okay. Now not only that, NumPy can help us to work with the categorical values also. Very easily we can work with the categorical value. Pandas can include categorical data in data frame. So you can PDF is equals to pd.data frame. In that id is there, id, and then I have all those value, comma raw grade a b b a, some random grades are provided to each ids. I will execute it. You can see this is created a data frame. Okay, any doubt so far? Can I get yes understood in yes 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 in the chat box, or done, or doubts? Please type in the chat box. No doubt. Perfect. Yes. Done. Perfect. Yes. Thank you. Thank you everyone for the response. Let me move ahead. So not only that, I can rename the new category, or I can add the new categories. Very good, good, and very bad. You can see the good, very bad is added. DF grade is equal to DF grade. If the card renamed as a categories, I can rename also. So raw grade was there. There was grade. I want to make it as a raw grade. So DF grade is DF grade dot cat dot rename underscore category. So new category is created. Okay, and DF is printed with the help of this. This is I can sometimes is required to rename the name of the uh, data frame columns. Okay, sorry, this wasn't executed, and then I should execute this. Hmm? You can see new grades are added. Okay, so this is the we can not only that we can reorder and select certain columns with the help of this. Then we can sorting also. It was very good, and I can sort also by grade. It is done based on the grade. So bad, good, very good. So complete sorting is done based on the category, and it's important.
So it's a not lexical order, but just sorting also can be performed on that. So df dot group by, we can work on good group by also, because I want to calculate how many number of very good, how many very goods are there. For example, if I taking feedback of faculty and you have categorized them very good faculty, some bad faculty or good faculty, or certain movies are there. I want to know what different type of ratings. How many people are saying this is a good movie? How many people are saying it's a very bad movie? How many people are saying the it's a average movie? So generally, when you're working on the ratings are there. Generally, on some movies we can see on uh, the IMDb website. So number rating. That rating is, this is they are calculating, very bad is one, bad is zero, medium is zero, good is two, very good is three. So you can easily get this category with the help of group by class. Someone asked what is the meaning of this group by class. This is the a very live and important example of it. Okay, where I'm actually checking based on the grade. Not only that, we can use these pandas are useful for, or rather you can say we require a map plotting visualization. So what is visualization? Is very visualize our data, so we can have proper interpretation from that, right? So we can do the plotting, different types of graphs we can create. We can create a pie chart, we can create a column chart, we can create a bar chart, we can create a donut chart, we can create the different types of chart, we can create a histogram, we start create the different types of charts we can create, right? And charts and visualization helps to understand more better, more interpretable, because when it comes to reading 1000, 2000, 10 lakhs of records is very difficult. But what if I show those 10 lakh records visualized way? It will help, right? So we use a standard conversion from reference to the matplotlib API. This is a import matplotlib.pyplot as PLT. This is a matplotlib is a data visualization library. There is another library known as the Seaborn also. Okay, so import matplotlib.pyplot is equals to plt.close all, and then I'm writing it as a series random numbers around not 1 2. I'm taking 1000 of that, and some date range I'm providing, right? So I'm just doing executing it. See, this is the whole chart is created, but as soon as I rerun it, my output is little bit changed. Why? Because the numbers are coming very randomly from this, and because of that randomness, maybe it looks similar to it, but randomly our numbers are created. np.random dot rand n, so this 1000, right? Index is p dot date underscore range. This range is provided. So yeah, their summation is provided, and this is printed on that. So any doubt? Okay, this is the another. I'm writing the data. Another I'm writing data frame. I have some data frame, and then df dot come sum. Okay, this function is very important. So which is provided. Come sum is nothing but an cumulative sum is provided by it, right? So plt dot figure, it will figure it out. It will create a figure. It will plot, and legend is also provided. LOC is equals to base. This is legend is provided with that. Okay. Now importing and exporting CSV file. We can import the CSV file also with the help of df.to underscore CSV. Maybe the CSV I'm reading it default, which is available in my system. So I do, else I have to come down here into files. I have to upload here. Though I have this 4.csv file available with me, I don't have to. If you want, you just click on this upload session storage. If you click it, you have to just utilize upload it the file. Again, I'm showing you. Come down to this place, click on this button. It will prompt from your machine will be coming, and you can actually select, and the file will be available here, right? So I just imported this file. And I know we discussed that we can read this. So I am reading into data frame to CSV to data frame is done. Now I'm trying to read with the help of PD function, read the underscore CSV, and I can read what is the content of it. So this is the content of that file: unnamed, 0, ID, raw get, and grade. Of course, I'm using the similar type of data which is there, HDF5. So reading and writing to HDFS storage, we can use that. That is easily we can perform the HDF. Okay. So I have not utilized this function. That's why HDF data set that uses the fix, uses a table. Okay, which is not available. If that this I should import that. Okay, coming to this Excel, we can also import the Excel. So you can check it out here. I had Excel also. Okay, so though I am doing it very differently by importing it from insult internal data set of the Google Colab. They have a lot of data set which are available. I am utilizing the which is available. That's why though these two files were not there, but this was created as soon as I click on this function. I can read all those values. Okay, this is how it works. Any doubt so far? Now important. I am coming to the third sheet. Now very important topic, that is the data cleaning process. Very important, very important. When it comes to the data science, and data scientists are spending most of their time on data cleaning process and data transformation, but they are spending very less amount of time on the building the model, because once you have a data clean is with you, you can easily a good model on that. So you need to work on this particular one. How you to work? You have to spend more time on data cleaning. So data cleaning is a part which revolves around the data pre-processing of your data, making it ready to perform some analysis on this. So in this particular session, I am discussing about importing a data in pandas, which we already know, visualize it and apply range data cleaning task. So what is the data set? I have this data set in an airbnb.csv file, which is again I am using it from the Google Colab. So these are the different libraries I might need for pandas, Numpy, Seaborn, matplotlib, missing in geo and data and time. I'm just writing it and then I'm executing it. I can easily execute it. Means when I get a tick sign, it shows that my data set, sorry, my libraries are imported on my environment. Then I can write reading a data set. Very simple function. I'm creating an object Airbnb is equals to pd dot read underscore csv. On this particular GitHub, might someone has uploaded or the data set. I'm just copying the URL and pasting it here. Of course, it should be publicly available, index column and unnamed. I can easily import this. Now I just have to click on this button. This button will read the data set from this location. Yes, this is very important. Airbnb is equals to period read underscore CSV. Okay, this is going to read. Now whether my data set is imported or not, it's simply you can see if you get a green tick here, it shows that data set is imported. Now diagnostic data for cleaning problems. Without detection and diagnosis we cannot take action. So we have to diagnose this data for data cleaning problem using the pandas and visualization. So head is a, if I had Airbnb head, I can get 5 records, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. I can see all the column name, listing ID, name, host name, neighborhood full, address, coordinates, room type, and all. You can see there are many columns are there. Okay, so what are the problems in this particular data set? You can see there are a lot of NaN. There is a one problem. If I scroll, then yeah, that is NaN. I can see that is the first problem. So we can see the coordinate column is a string. In most mapping function require latitude input. Okay, we require latitude input also. We may be missing out those latitude of this particular one for coordinates, whether latitude or longitude, which is missing from this. So it's best to split the column into two and convert the values to float. There are two values, multiple values. We have to split this column. Coordinates should be coordinates, longitude and latitude separate out, because we cannot process two values at a time. That is the basic principle of uh, database, right? Any doubts so far? I am working on real time problem now. Okay. So this is the problem one. Problem two. We can see dollar attached to each price point. Very difficult to calculate it. You can see dollar is attached at the end of the price. $45, $135. Very difficult to work with that. Okay, because every country has their own symbol. Working with every symbol is very difficult. So we need to discard that. We need to make sure that data columns, last review and listing added are date time to allow easier manipulation. You have to convert, right? These are into the listing added on dates. Problem number, missing data problem. You can see the bird eye view and not that down the line. We can see some missings are there and are not available at moment. Or we need to make sure that data columns, last review and listing are date and time. Sorry. Problem 5, neighborhood full pip. Okay, and the problem is the room type, shared room, private room, apartment. So there are many issues are there in each. We can see entire home and apartment, multi values again. These are the categorical value. We're supposed to have a single one. Okay, now coming to this. I have taken this data. Now coming this one to execute it. I will execute. It will print first 5 records. Then I'm moving ahead. After the problem, identify print the data types of the data frame. We should know what different data types are there. I just have to write this. Does currency is considered as a currency or not? Dollar is there, so we have to remove. Might be the case. Okay, so you can see these different columns are there and the corresponding data types. So we can print the data types conformations. We can see listed types, not null, count, no null, and data type. So constraints and everything is printed with the help of info. We can write describe also, but some if you want we can sum. How many names are there, hosting IDs are there, host names are there. We can check with the help of Airbnb dot is na is not available dot sum. The Airbnb.describe. Like I mentioned, we can have minimum value, maximum value, standard deviation, and max value quarter level Q1, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, Q5. Any doubt so far? Okay. I can see as soon as I describe, I can see all these values. Now problem number 7. Looking at the maximum number of rating columns, we see that out of range is 5 also there in the rating column. Rating. You can see rating. This is the rating. How it is possible? Okay, you can see the rating is more than 5 is also there. When you say maximum supposed to be 5 here, maximum supposed to be 5 here, and we can see when you are taking, so we can see definitely there must be more than 5 rating is coming up, right? When I say max of it, so out of range 5, which is the maximum rating possible, we need to make sure that we fix the range this column. So this is very interestingly, with the help of data processing, cleaning data, we can identify what issues are there, because it happens. This errors are occurred because of multiple reasons. Reason may be typo mistake, maybe while fetching mistake, transformation mistake. There are multiple issues are there which affect the correctness of the data. So that's why we do not select any data randomly. We select the data based on its quality. So quality needs to be checked and then we can finalize the data set. That's why we are performing the cleaning process. It's worth to describe it does not offer a bird view of out of range value. So what if we have to date the future? So listing added this as the future as the last review dates. A visual of the distribution of the rating column. SNS, list plot, Airbnb rating beans and 20. So this PLT dot top. So we can able to see this graph is created. Distribution. We can understand what values are there. We can see some values are coming after the 5.0 also. What are the unique values in there? Private room, entire room set, private shared room. So room type we can see and we are creating it. Any doubt so far in the chat box? We are working on Airbnb case study. So how many different values are room type we have? So we can just Airbnb room type is equals to values dot underscore counts. It will count each of it. Just I have to write execute it. For entire home and apartment we have 5,000 and 5,120 records are there. Private room this many, shared room this many, private room, shared room and home and private room 31. This private room, this private, this private room is different because it is considered it is a case sensitive and capital and small based on that, right? So yes, these are some tasks I can give you. So based on this we can actually is a task one split the coordinates two columns, task two is remove the dollar price convert into float, task three convert listing added, and these are the three major tasks. Data types issues are there and categorical. We need to collapse room type into the correct categories. So we have to work with that. So these all tasks are there which we can perform. Now these data problems Airbnb dot head we can check five columns. Replace the coordinate with the latitude and longitude after splitting it. How it can be split out? Remove and from the coordinates Airbnb coordinates is equals to Airbnb coordinates dot str dot replace comma. So we are adding a comma. If there it doesn't exist a comma. If not, then it will add. Airbnb coordinates dot str replace with the bracket. Any doubt so far? Can I get into chat box? Yes or no? Okay, let me move ahead. This is how we assign. Okay, kind of confused in trying to understand what is the aim of building this model. Okay, we'll be predicting the prices. You can say that because Airbnb we can predicting the price. I am going to though machine learning we are discussing tomorrow. So the second portion, second half of we are going to discuss tomorrow, not today. So I am removing the coordinates. These are split into two different parts. Again, splitting the column into two. So assign the correct column latitude and so we are changing the name of the column. You can we want that 0 and 1. So again we can have the date and times. For coordinates we have objects. So multiple values are there. Convert latitude longitude to float. We can convert into float also. So remove dollar. How to remove dollar and price from that? Just write down the. Okay, now we can calculate Airbnb price is equals to mean. We can calculate mean value of it. I think some of the is execution pending. Okay, it will give an error because I have not converted it, right? Okay, now after actually I have deliberately added that. So some errors which will to show you. Okay, and remove the dollar. This will remove Airbnb price, and str strip this function, which will strip the dollar from the column. Wherever the dollars are there in that price column, this is removed. And first record of the price, you can see if I record all dollars are removed. Convert to float. We can convert to float also, right? These are the it converted into the float price. So visualization distribution of prices. We can visualize also. Yes, you will get data set with my link itself. You can see how the graph is plotted. We can print the header of two, like this is how we can print, and convert both column to date time. We can convert to date and times also, because sometimes we want to perform date wise calculations. Okay, now I'm just moving ahead with the next one. There's a room type, because tomorrow I'm going to show the whole this case study of the predicting the house price of Airbnb, the whole perform in the trailing prices and replacing this one. We can perform this replacing all this value with the correct one, because we have private. So we want proper names to be there. So we replaced it. Totally waste of time is it? No, just we have less amount of time just talking about which function is doing it. So this function is actually Airbnb is equals to, I'm replacing this with this one, and we're writing a replace function, Mr. Praful. Okay, this is Airbnb neighborhood.com head, again printing the first value after the conversions we have. Now we have split the neighborhood. We can split this into two parts. Airbnb neighborhood estimated split. It is splitted based on this criteria, comma. Okay. So this Brooklyn and flat lots have the Brooklyn comma flat lot. We want to write a function which will split. It just like we work with the regular expression. You will not understand unless and until you have background of the basics of it, right? So neighborhood borrow underscore neighborhood Airbnb, and I'm writing the column name, and then writing a dot str dot split. It's a regular expression, regex, and it's separated, split it with the help of comma and expand. Right? This will be deleting it. 0 and 1. So it will split it. So based on the criteria of comma, if you have semicolon, you can split into two columns, because we cannot process multiple values in a single column, right? So create a borrow or neighborhood columns. This is we can split into, you can see neighborhood, borrow, and the neighborhood, right? This is the splitted column. Okay, so I'm jumping to the EDA part. Last 2 minutes, 3 minutes, I will be going little ahead. So we started late, so no problem. EDA is very important. It's the exploratory data analysis. Without exploring the data set, okay, some part of which we have seen by plotting and all, but EDA is very essential. Some part is covered in the previous during cleaning itself, because for cleaning also we require EDA, and for applying some operations on that, expert analysis is very essential. So you can see importing a required library. These all libraries which I have discussed are required same. We can load this data. I have used some other data.csv which is available with me. This is sorry. I am importing all of them. I have to close one. I cannot run more than 3 sessions. I'm just terminating.
Okay, because the multiple instances of Google Colab is not allowed. We can run at most three instances. The fourth instance, I have to close it down. Loading of the data into data frame. I am loading the data set, right? You can see this data set is available with us. This data set from this I can use, and you can see the lot of column, lot of values are there. Hmm? You can see multiple values, premium, unleaded. You can see again multi values here, right? So we might have to process, check the data types. So EDA is helping us to understand what is the format of data we can use. So we can drop the irrelevant columns which are required. We keep the one which are needed. So df.drop, these all are irrelevant are removed, and we kept only these many records, columns. That is a part. Okay. Then again, rename the columns. If you want, you can rename the columns. So I will be, with the help of df dot rename and the whatever the name of the column we want. Engine HP to HP. You can see either engine HP was there. We want HP. Engine cylinders. We want cylinders. So like a key value type, we are writing it here like a dictionary type way. So with the which what we have to replace, we have to write that. So this is how we work with the okay EDA, and we can from dropping the duplicate record. There situations are there. Certain times, certain records are there. Number of duplicate records. You can see 989, 10. These many records are duplicated. For model building, I am not use any algorithm currently because that is a tomorrow we are going to see the machine learning. Today I just perform EDA, and I have just performed the uh, pre-processing, or you can say data cleaning process. Now for today I stop here. I will share my Google Colab with you. You can actually use this for your further practice. Okay, so any doubts, please post in the chat box. I'm ready to answer any question related to data science, machine learning, or any topic you have to revise by before tomorrow. Let me know. It's time. Yes, everyone. Yes, any questions? Yes, any question, everyone? Okay, I take it as there's no question. Thank you everyone for joining. See you tomorrow. We'll learn machine learning. What are how different categories of machine learnings are there. So see you tomorrow. Stay tuned. Yes, I will revise the last topic. Okay, thank you everyone. Thank